You're listening to the Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm Jen.
And I'm Megan, and we're two boss babes sharing our businesses and inspiring you along the way.
And it is officially 2025.
Woo!
And this is episode 50.
Yes.
In less than 2 years, which is so amazing.
Yeah.
We have stuck to our goal of putting an episode out every other week.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, even when we couldn't be together, we figured out a way, which is just...
Yeah.
What an accomplishment.
So exciting.
Yay. So today's episode, we are going to kind of recap a little bit of last episode. So if you didn't listen to that one, tune into that one too. But this episode, we are going to talk about our word for 2025, which we started doing together last year. And we'll talk about that, and we'll tell you our words for this year, which we have both came up with. And I'm going to talk about like how I got to this word, which I'm excited about, with a little help of ChatGPT this year.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, which I feel like we also need a whole episode on that, because I'm just like mind blown with how much ChatGPT has. I saw squirrel. We're already doing squirrels this year. But I saw a reel about, it was a post, and it was like, if I could give anyone a Christmas gift this year, it would be ChatGPT for helping me like get through my business. And I was like, ooh, that resonates with me.
Gosh. What have you used it for? Like captions and stuff?
Oh girl. We'll get into it when I talk about my new launch this year.
Yes.
Because it's literally like doing my lunch for me.
Awesome.
So we'll talk about it, because
awesome.
I am obsessed. But do you want to kick it off with your word? I don't even know Megan's word, so I'm so excited.
No, I'm like kind of nervous. I want to hear yours first.
Okay. All right. So, let me go back. So the past 2 years, I have had a word of the year. And basically what that means to me is I started doing this when I was in corporate, and it was a training exercise that we learned from one of our like conferences that we went to. And it was like, find a word that inspires you throughout the year and will help like keep you on the right track, for your goals and your vision for your life. Because I didn't own my own business at the time. I was working in hospitality, and I was working for someone else. So it wasn't like it was my own goals, but it was still at the end of the day, for the business. Yeah, for the business. So I took that from my corporate job, and I took that into my own business 2 years ago. And my first ever word was inspire. And that year, that was 2022. And that year I did a lot of public speaking. I really was looking to help other entrepreneurs. I built communities within the mobile bar industry. And then just in general, I made so many entrepreneur friends. And that year was truly an inspiring year for me, which led into inspiring people to enjoy my business. I did a lot of mobile bar coaching that year, because it was like I had one full year under my belt, and I saw the success. So I wanted to help other people, and that was really fulfilling. And I really, really enjoyed public speaking. And even to the point where I was a keynote speaker at an event, and did not ever see that one coming. And it was awesome.
So exciting.
I was in a room with 200 entrepreneurial women it was the end of the year. So it was a December event, and I was helping them kick off their next year. So that was awesome. And then my next word for last year was evolve, which I truly feel that I made that happen last year.
Yeah, for sure.
I built a second trailer. We launched it. We had multiple weekends where we had 2 to 3 events going on, which is just crazy. And I grew my team, which was something that I always wanted to do, but never felt like ready to do. And last year, I have a team of 5 amazing, on-call bartenders who like they are rocking the events without me. And that was totally my goal from the previous year, because I can't be at 2 places at once. So if I wanted to build a second trailer, I had to build a team, and I had to build a staff that I felt confident in running the business when I wasn't there. And I truly, truly have so much confidence in these women. I know that they have my back, and I know that they, at the end of the day, are there to support the business, make sure, events run smoothly, and they take care of the customers, which is awesome. And then this year, my word is bold.
Ooh.
Yes. So when I was thinking of a word, I had a few different words in mind. And I knew that this year I was going to have to take a lot of risks because I am putting the business in the hands of the girls. And I don't know if they do know this because I've talked about it multiple times with them, but I truly want to bring myself away from doing the events. I want to be able to focus on something else because I just feel this calling for more. And I feel that I want the Vintage Horse to keep running the way that it is. And I think it's at a really good place right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel called to do more. And I know that comes with really bold decisions and really bold moves and just like really like growing myself. And I feel like I need to make a lot of bold like internal moves of like more self-development and all the things and like confidence and all this. And I just felt like bold was like a word where it's like in my face. It's like, this is the year to like get shit done.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's very you. I love that for you.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. And then we're getting into your launch.
Oh my gosh,
I need to hear
yes.
more about that.
Yes, you do.
Because I don't really know anything about it. Sometimes I get
I
like
know.
the inside scoop before we start recording. But you started talking about it and I was like covering my ears. I was like, tell me on the podcast.
We're going to talk live.
My word for
recap your 2 words.
Oh yes. Okay.
Oh no, did you just have one last year?
Just last year I think I did it with you. I think the 2 years before you talked about your words, but I don't think I was in on the process with you. I think last year was my first word, which was balance. And I felt like I really came into that word by the end of the year. I really wanted to feel my work and life personal balance really mix well. I felt like I was living a work life and then a personal life totally separately. And I felt like they were just 2 different worlds when I'm one person and I'm working by myself. You know, I didn't have any assistants. I didn't have any outsourcing. Like I 100% was my business the year before. And I really wanted to change that. And I really wanted to get into different hobbies and just really get better in my personal life and do some more me time and not be so stressed about my business either. And so that meant working in some random pockets like Jen does. I learned some things from Jen and just balance, just, you know, not be so stressed. And so that was my word for 2024. And my word for 2025 is going to be nourish. I think.
I was not expecting that.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Like, I thought like adventure was going to come out or like something just because like I know where you're going and stuff.
I think that's going to maybe something along those lines for 2026. But
yeah.
I think for 2025, I really want to focus on
elaborate
like my routines. I really want to nourish my personal life. I want to get into knitting more. I want to get into reading more. I want to get into journaling more. And I really want to get into like a daily routine with those kinds of things, as well as with nourishing my business. Because with my business, even though I feel like I am on top of things and I did have a good balance, I still sometimes feel like I'm doing things last minute or doing things by the seat of my pants kind of thing. Like I have stuff in the closet and I'm hoping and praying I have enough, you know, and I'm not really like setting myself up for success as much as I want to be. And so I'd rather have a good routine of like wake up in the morning, maybe like journal, and then after that I do my emails, and after that, you know, I take out my walking pad and I'm editing on my walking pad. Like I want to do like a nourishing routine every day that keeps me balanced. That was like, I feel like that's something that you do with kids. Like you do like the same shit every day on repeat, or like, you know, every Monday you go to this and on Tuesday, Wednesday you do this. But when you get older and then you're in charge of your own life, obviously you kind of just, and as a business owner, when you really don't have a schedule to tend to or anything like that, you're so in control that like you kind of just do whatever. Like I felt like I was just doing whatever felt right. But now I'm like, maybe there's something to like the routine that you give kids, and maybe I need to give myself one. So I want to just nourish my life a little bit. And I think I want to, you know, make myself accountable with different things in my life. So,
oh my God,
yeah.
I love that. And I love that you just said like you're in charge of your own life, because I feel like that is something that we like think about as entrepreneurs, but like literally like I had this realization I think yesterday or this week, And I completely shut my business down for 2 weeks. Like, or I think even a little bit more. Like my last event, I think was December 17th, like whatever that weekend was. And after that, I literally did not open my computer. I was on social media a little bit here and there, but for the most part, nowhere near as much as I usually am. And then my kids came home for like Christmas into New Year's, and we went to my cabin. And I don't even have service there, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I just felt very present with them and with my husband. And, I think I got like a few leads over that period, and the old me probably would have responded to them right away. And I'm like, you know what? It's going to wait. And I'm okay with that. And that was something that was like hard for me because I kept thinking about it. I'm like, Jen, just respond.
Right.
And there's no reason I didn't or did or whatever, but like, I kind of wanted, like in my head, I wanted people to understand that I was out of the office.
Yep.
And I needed to remind myself of that. And like, yeah, I could have quickly responded on my phone or whatever, but like I needed my clients to see that I came back after the new year. I responded to them right away. And like 2 of them already got back to me, and I got back within like seconds because I was on my computer.
Yeah.
So like they know that I'm a quick responder, but that took a little bit to understand that it's okay to shut your business down for a little bit.
I did the same kind of thing around the holidays. My sister was in town. She lives in California. And so she was here for about a week, and I did the same kind of thing. I was present with her. I think I opened up my computer to respond to emails. And now that we're in the new year, I'm nailing down second shooters for all my dates. So I was, working on all of that kind of stuff. But I think I only opened up my computer to do that kind of thing like 2 or 3 times for like maybe like 30 minutes each time. Like not really anything at all. Which is like it felt great, because my mind wasn't on it. I was trying to let go, but at the same time, it's like, I still have things that I need to edit. But, I'm every business closes for like a week around the holidays. So it's like, why can't we? And it should be expected. We shouldn't be expected to work on Christmas. It's not like, what is the word that I'm talking about? It's not like a retirement home. It's not like a
hotel that's
grocery
open
store
24 hours.
I forget, do you know what I'm talking about? There's like a word for businesses like that, that's like not 24-hour business, but like they're open every day. I forget what the word is. It's like in need or like in demand. It's like something like that. I forget. Okay, but you get what I'm saying. Is that like we're a luxury industry. Like nobody has to hire a photographer for their wedding. Nobody has to even have a wedding. Like it's it's, as much as I love it and as much as I think that people do need it and it's important to like have a bar and have a great experience and everything like that, like it is a luxury job. And so I think we shouldn't be expected to work
and I think
every day, all day.
Yeah, no, totally. And I think also like my husband goes to a corporate job still, and like there was nobody in the office. He went in a few days because he just didn't want to take the vacation days, and we weren't really doing much on those days. And he literally was like, sorry, I hope no one from his job is listening, but he's literally like, I did nothing all day. And I'm like, what is the point?
Why have you come in?
Why? Yeah. Like they should just tell you to stay home at that point. And like, I feel like as an entrepreneur, that's how I would have been if I went to my computer. Like I just wouldn't have been in the mindset. I wouldn't have been there. I would have been wasting my time. I would have been wasting other people's time because whatever I put out would not have been my best work. So I'm like, why am I doing that?
That's how I am with like responding to inquiries quickly sometimes. Like I can't, like you were saying, like you could respond quickly on your phone. Like I can't do that. I don't know what's stopping me, because I do have email templates where I can just like click a button and everything, all the information will pop up. But like I look at an inquiry, I like sit with it, I read it, I think about it before I respond, because I need to know, like, is this inquiry going to work well for my business? Am I going to be able to give them the experience that they're describing that they're looking for? Or do I think that another photographer will suit them better? And like, I need to think about all of that before I even respond. And so I can't just like look at an inquiry and like, and like send it off. Like I can't do that. So like, I like open up my computer and I like look at my calendar and I'm like, before I like even say anything to them. So
see, that's where our businesses are different. Yours is very much more intimate and personalized and one-on-one.
Yeah.
Whereas like sometimes, and this is crazy, but sometimes we like barely see the bride and groom during events because like I'm going to hand them a drink and then they're mingling. Like they don't even come to the bar unless like they're taking pictures inside, or like, I mean, my clients are amazing. Like most will come over, but like,
of course,
we're slinging drinks the whole time. Like we're busy. So like the only time I really leave the trailer is if I am going to give the bride and groom like their drinks, or like I need to go talk to someone, or we have like a low period at the end of the night. Like other than that, like we are behind the bar the entire time.
Very true.
So, you know, it's different. Like you're with the bride and groom the most, I'm with the guests the most.
Yeah, that's
so
true. Like I don't mingle with like any of the guests.
Right. So it's such a different experience.
Sometimes even the bridal party. Like I see them. It depends on, you know, how important
I usually see the bridal party
that is for them. I bet you do. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that like I'm with them for photos for like 10 minutes or sometimes more. Yeah. But like usually it's around like 30 minutes and like that's it.
Yeah.
So
it's just so funny.
You never know.
We're both in the same industry, but we create different experiences for different clients.
Yeah. Elevate your photography business with Narrative Select. Focus more on creating and less on repetitive tasks like checking eyes, focus, or matching skin color tones. Say goodbye to slow software, load raw files in seconds, review images instantly, and export your selections to Lightroom in style with just one click. Call your photo shoots twice as fast using Narrative Select. Try Narrative Select plus Edit today with 1,000 free edits with the link below.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Such a crazy perspective.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, next squirrel. Tell me about your lounge.
Okay. So I'm very excited about this. I have been thinking about this for a long time. So I launched a social media management Instagram last year. Well, I say last year. It's been like 5 days, but beginning of last year. So probably about a year ago. Excuse me. Because I truly saw the success that I got on my social media and how it built a relationship with my potential clients who ended up booking me in the future anyway. But I can't even tell you how many clients that I have that were like, I've been following your journey since the beginning.
So
and
amazing.
Like that makes my heart happy. And like that shows that people care about who's behind the business.
Yep.
And social media is such a great way to portray who you are, who your business is, and like what you want people to know about your business. And I think a lot of people steer away from social media because if you're not good at it, if you don't like it, it's challenging, it's hard, it's time consuming,
it's
intimidating. And like, I think it just gets this bad rap of like, oh, like you have to post every single day and you have to do this. And like, there's so many different rules that you can think that you have to follow about social media and the algorithm and all of this, where in reality, just like be authentic. And that's what people want to see. Yeah. And I have learned that I truly enjoy helping other people. And I think that's where the mobile bar scene comes in. Like, not that I'm helping people get drunk. I am, but I'm helping people have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm helping clients not have to stress about an aspect of their wedding that can be handled by somebody else.
Right.
And then I'm helping people have a fun experience at an event. But I felt like I needed to take that further into something. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know where I was going. And I truly enjoy social media. And I truly enjoy seeing the gratification that it fills me when someone fills out a form to create, to a lead for my events. And it says, where did you hear about us? And it says Instagram, Facebook, social media.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Google is a huge platform for us, or they would put online, which is broad because it's like, did you find me social media or did you find me on Google?
Yeah. Or an article or
But I have to say 70 to 80% of my leads are coming from my social media.
Yeah.
And I know that is not for everyone. And I know that a lot of people don't see that success. And that's where I want to come in and help other people. And I know that there's such a demand for this because social media is not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
People want to know that you have a social media. I know that when I look up businesses, I look up their social media.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I'm not the only one doing that. And yes, you're going to see if they have a website, but truly I go to see if they have an Instagram before they have a website.
Yeah, me too.
And that's crazy.
I think the only, at least for us, I feel like the reason why we have a website is just for people to get into our client management system. Like, I feel like kind of don't need a website if I could just put like, oh, here's my intake form. You know, like people just Instagram and TikTok like is the place for me, and Facebook like that.
Yeah.
Like same.
When I go to networking events, I literally, and I'm different in this aspect. I don't know why, but I hate business cards. I just do. Like I've always been like this, and I'm not telling anyone not to have a business card. I think you have to have one. I know you have to have one, but when I go to networking events, I tell people to follow me on Instagram, and for two reasons. One, I can follow them back, and you're creating a relationship right there, because most of the events I go to, a lot of the events I go to are like networking events with other businesses, and that expands into potential clients.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it builds that relationship because now you're following each other. But I say this all the time. You need to see something 7 times for it to actually resonate with you.
Yeah.
So if they're following me and they're starting to see my post, then they're liking my post, and they're whatever. They don't have to comment, but they're seeing my stuff over and over and over again versus just seeing one website that might not resonate with them at the time. So I'm just such a firm believer in social media. Anyway, that was a big squirrel. What I'm launching is a 90-day social media challenge that is called From Post to Profits.
Ooh.
And basically what it's going to entail is, and it's launching January 20th.
Okay.
So I get back from Puerto Rico on the 16th, 15th or 16th. And my last few days is really going to continue to promote it, launch it on the 20th. And then we'll probably start, I don't know the exact start date, but launch means you can get into the program.
Okay.
It's going to be a 90-day challenge to set yourself up for success for social media, for your business. The main target audience is going to be small businesses or any business, small, large, whoever, who's really looking to grow their social media audience to turn potential people into clients.
I love that.
Yeah, and I'm super excited. There's going to be Zoom calls. There's going to be guest speakers. It's going to be educational. It's going to be a community building platform.
This is cool.
There's going to be have you ever heard of Telegram? It's similar to WhatsApp. So it's basically like an app that you have where you can chat with people. Okay. But it's really cool because it's not like a text message where you have to see it all the time. You can turn the notifications off. It's not going to bother you. But there's going to be a Telegram platform on it too, where this is what we have with my mobile bar coach, and we're all talking to each other. So there'll be days where I'm on it all day, responding. And then there will be days where I have 100 notifications and I don't have to go back if I don't want to. I'll just clear the notifications. And I'm like, you know what? If I ever want to go back and look, I can. But it's really inspiring because you get to hear other people live. And then anyone in the program gets to talk to me live whenever they need to, kind of thing. So it's going to be a very intimate program. It's open to anyone. And I'm super, super excited about
awesome.
it. Yeah. I have had this on my heart for a while, and I just didn't know. I thought I wanted to go into social media management where I was running other people's social media. Yeah. Which I did start doing. I do like it. I ended up taking on a little part-time role with Alexis, with her Full of Sips company, where she does social media marketing for restaurants and the hospitality industry. And I'm doing 2 accounts with her right now, and I do truly enjoy it. So I do see that I enjoy doing stuff like that. I like it working with her because I'm not in charge of everything. I'm just in charge of my 2 accounts. Right. So it's not as much pressure and stress.
That's really cool. Yeah. I didn't know that you were doing that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I'm getting a taste of what it's all about.
Yeah.
And she's amazing. I love working with her, and I love everything that she does. So I'm glad to be a part of something with her. And then I don't know, I just had this epiphany of how can I help other people
without having to be there. Yeah. You can help them do it for themselves.
Yeah. And
that's
long
so
term,
cool.
My kids are going to be growing up, and I needed an outlet where I don't have to physically be somewhere at all times.
Totally.
And I just feel like if this goes somewhere, not if, because I know this is going to go somewhere. I've already seen, I put a poll up on my stories and I already saw a demand, and I know that this is such a demand for people. And there is going to be a cost behind it. It's going to be an investment, because I feel that if you're not investing in yourself, you're not going to put in the work.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was a huge thing with my business coach. It was a very expensive investment, but if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have put in the work.
Totally.
Like she had a smaller challenge where it was like I think it was $63, and it was 63 days, something like that. It was like $1 a day. And I loved it, but I wasn't as motivated.
Right.
Because I didn't spend enough. And that sounds weird to say, like I didn't spend enough money on it.
No, but it's true. If you're making a big investment, you will need to get your value out of it. Like, I think that's just a general thing. Like, same thing with me going to like a styled shoot or something. Like, if I'm going to a styled shoot for free, like I'm invited, like, and I'm doing it for a friend, like, yeah, I'm going to do the best work I can. But if I'm spending like $1,000 to attend a styled shoot in another state or something, like, you best believe I'm getting every penny worth out of it. Yeah. No, that's so true.
And it's not going to be something very expensive. I want it to be reasonably priced for people to join. I do want more people to come, because I do want it to be a community where other entrepreneurs are talking to each other, and they're brainstorming, and they're networking, and, they're just, I feel like there's a lack of community in entrepreneurship. Not for me, because I found my community, but people who haven't found it.
Right. Yeah.
And I want this to be a platform where people feel like they're coming into a community.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about it. So much more to come. It's funny because I bought a domain for a website for my social media marketing business. And I started the first page and really never went anywhere with it. So last night I was really like editing it and looking it over and seeing like how I can launch that into my program. And my mobile bar coach, something that she also explained when we first started, she's like, I'm not here just to help you with your mobile bar business. If there's other avenues that you need help with, like, I can do anything, basically. She's just a knowledge of, or I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like a breadth of knowledge. I don't know. But she has so much knowledge is what I'm getting at. So we get a one-on-one call with her every quarter. So I have a call with her on Monday, and it's going to be all about this and just like picking her brain on this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super excited. But yeah, I can't
Wow.
wait. I'm really passionate about this, and I haven't been passionate about something like this since I launched the Vintage Horse.
Yeah.
I've been passionate about other areas of things where it's just like, I'm getting a second trailer, I'm getting new bartenders, I'm adding champagne
Your
walls,
public speaking. Yeah.
my public speaking, but like this, I feel is hitting a core.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This could be your next baby.
It's
yeah.
my bold move.
Your
that
next
I'm
bold
making.
move.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
I'm super
awesome.
excited. Yeah.
I love that like infectious excitement, like when you're really passionate about something and then you like build the entire website, like you were saying, like, or not the entire website, but you know what I mean? Like when you get so excited about something as an entrepreneur and then you just like, that's all you can think about all day, every day. And you're just like doing it.
I literally have
it's so infectious. I love
like
that.
a note in my phone, and like just driving here, I literally had to pull over because my brain was just like, I was listening to a podcast, my brain was flowing of like all these ideas I have.
That's
and
so
like
cool.
Yeah, I need to like hone in on my crazy brain that's like flowing, that I needed this. Like I needed a breath of like something new and exciting to like, I do this every January too. And I don't know if it's because like my season slows down and I need something else to focus on. That's usually what it is. But this time it's different because it's going to be in addition to everything else. Like I don't see this going away. I see this expanding.
Yeah.
And I'm super, super passionate about it.
That is so cool.
I can't wait. I can't
wait to see it, to like see it flourish and hear about it every other week.
I was up till like, I changed like my pin on so my Instagram is Crafted Content Club. And the meaning behind club is I eventually want this to be some type of like monthly membership or some type of club community, something, where it's not just like you come in for one thing.
There's like other things that
there's other things coming.
That's cool.
So that was like my mindset. And Liz with the Lucky Share actually inspired me on that because she started her, I think it's called the Lucky Share Club, something. She was launching a business. I think it like fizzled for a little bit, but I feel like she's going to come back around to it this year. She launched and
Oh,
just
what was
had
the
so
name
much
of it?
success.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I forget the name
The
now.
Share Club or some type of club. And the word club just really inspired
Yeah.
me because
Yeah.
it's like you think
Content
you're like
club?
part of
I
something.
forget. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
back in the day, it was like, you know, you were a part of like a pool club, not a pool club, but like they call it the club, but it was like what's the word? Like a golf course.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of
yeah,
those
yeah.
where like the elite and famous were only
Yes,
a
yeah.
part of it.
Yeah, no, it does make you feel like I'm part of
Like
something.
I'm part of something. And
right.
like that's what I wanted. And like Ashley with Business Socialistas,
Mm-hmm.
she created such a fun community and like a club with her membership. And
That's so true.
I'm excited to see where she goes because she did fizzle out the membership. And I'm sure she has like big things coming because she's just amazing too. But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's room for something with this to inspire. So I'm super excited about it. It's going to launch the end of this month and I just can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Yay.
That's so exciting. That's so exciting to be announcing things like that on the first episode of the year too.
Right?
Like I can't wait to do like a flashback like at the end of 2025 and be like, oh, Jen was like just thinking about this and like look what she did. I can't wait to do that for us at the end of the year and be
I'm
like,
so excited.
where were we and where are we now?
Did you set goals for this year yet? Or do you set goals?
I've been meaning to put together a vision board, which I guess would be like my goals. But I haven't yet. My friend Christina, Wildly Event Planning, who has been on the podcast, we had dinner a few weeks ago, like before Christmas, and she was showing me her vision board like that she made on Canva. And I was like, oh, I really want to do that. I need to do that. And I know that you have done that in the past, like with cutting things out and like gluing them together.
Yeah.
And I've like admired it, but I've never done it before. And I've been wanting to. But my goals are, one, to nourish my business as my word goes, and to really focus on moving, because I'm going to be moving in the summer of 2026. And so figuring out how that logistically is going to work with my business and like how much and if I'm able to work a lot in the spring before we move and what work and what I'm going to do to try to book weddings and book work before we get out there, which I've already started. I've already gotten going on because I have a wedding there this July and a styled shoot that I'm attending in July. And in April, I'm going to a shoot in Oregon. So I'm going to try the best that I can to edit those photos right away and post them and put them in Facebook groups and go all over TikTok and try my best to book for 2026 out there so that we can move and I'm ready to work. I think that's my biggest goal for the year. And after that, I'd say, nourishing my business. I want to have all the USBs that I need, in this cabinet, ready to go for when each wedding is done. I'm working with a virtual assistant for 2025. So
amazing.
Yeah, onboarding her pretty soon. And hoping that will help me with, like the holidays, like we were just saying, and maybe not on the holidays. I wouldn't make her work every day on the holidays, but, like if I'm away for the random weekend in, I don't know, let's say like August or something, that she can be responding to inquiries and doing things in my place and that people can get a fast response even when I'm not around. She can answer questions that are, typical mundane questions that everybody has that, she'll get the hang of it and it doesn't have to be me all the time. So that's another goal, is to like try to accept all of the help that people are giving me to its fullest extent, like really rely on Talia, who is my editing buddy, and she helps me with the client boxes. She actually put together all of the client boxes this year with their USBs and everything. Like she prints out the Polaroids. Like I don't even know how to use it. Like I want to use everybody that I have to their fullest potential. And in order to do that, I need to let go a little bit. And that's a lesson that I've been learning with having the associates. And I have more associate weddings coming in 2025, which are weddings where other photographers are shooting in my place. And I'm doing all the editing and all the timeline work and prep with them. And that's something that I want to continue for even next year, 2026, when I move, so that I can keep connected in Connecticut and keep working with the amazing girls that I've befriended over the years, even when I'm living on the other coast. So a lot of things, a lot of goals, but they're kind of long-term goals to get me to where I really want to be. They're not really like by the end of the year I want to do this. It's kind of more like by the time I move, or like, you know, in the next couple of years, like this is what I want to see with my business. And it's just kind of, you know, trudging along, doing little things to get me there, like the styled shoots and outsourcing, bookkeeper, virtual assistant, things like that. It's kind of been a new thing every year. I worked with Abby. 2024 was when I hired Abby, and 2025 I'm having my virtual assistant. So who knows, maybe like 2026 I'll have somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I
doing well.
actually haven't really set goals, and I haven't thought about it, which I tend to do this. I think I just like shut my brain down the end of the year, and I mean it's only been, what's today, the 4th?
The 3rd or 4th, yeah.
It's literally been like a few days.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those people where it's like January 1st, I have all my goals, I have all this, I have all that.
Yeah, I'm not really like a New Year's resolution girl as much as I want to be.
Yeah.
I just,
Well, I haven't drank in 3 days, so dry January is going great for me.
Oh, fantastic.
I've also been sick, so.
The bartender says.
It's funny, a lot of mobile bar owners don't drink.
Really?
Yes, and that, like, they don't drink as much as they used to. I think because we're around it all the time.
Yeah, that's so true.
And we are
that's so true.
in it.
I feel like I'm a photographer that doesn't take any pictures.
Like outside of
Like I take obviously pictures for work.
Is that
but
like a chef that doesn't cook at home?
Maybe.
Like, is that a thing? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, not that I'm doing dry January. I'm not.
It's just been that way so far.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Yeah.
I'm also going to Costa Rica. I'm absolutely having cocktails on the beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I am definitely going to set goals. And I'm going to set really big goals this year, I think.
Sweet.
Don't know what that looks like yet, but I'm super excited to start thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I think going to Brew, which is my mobile bar conference in Costa Rica. I keep saying Costa Rica.
Puerto Rico, right?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait, when did Costa Rica come up?
Maybe my husband and I we're literally talking about like trying to squeeze in like a mini trip. Maybe Costa Rica is where we're thinking. I don't know. We have 2 kids, so they're coming with us wherever we go.
I've always wanted to go to Costa Rica. It
Me
seems
too.
So cool.
It's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think Brew is really going to help me think of these goals. So that's probably why I haven't really been like fully writing them down yet. But I'm super excited. I also, Megan and I had talked about doing a vision board episode, and I think it's going to be, maybe we make ours prior to the episode and
I like that.
Talk about it. And then I hosted a vision board class last year, which was so fun.
That's right.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think we had like 15 entrepreneurs come.
Oh, that's so much fun.
It was so fun. We literally like glued, cut, pasted, we had markers and stickers, and like it was really, really fun.
Yeah. And
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that again this year, just because like I feel like it has to be done in January, and like I just didn't get my stuff together. But maybe we do our vision boards and then we have an episode to talk about it.
Yeah, we present them to the class.
We present them to the class.
I love that.
Because I do, there is like a logistic way of how to do vision boards. And I mean, I can briefly talk. Like, I think that there's, when I do mine, I look at it in 4 different kind of like boxes. Like I do like, you know, remember the old school like X or cross, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So I do like, and I'm just going off of like memory, but I know like one is personal, one is like health and fitness and whatever, one is business, and one is something else. So like you can look at it in different ways. And one thing that I don't know how to do this in a better way, but there's been times the past like few years that I've done vision boards, I'll look back and I'll forget why I put something on it. So like I feel like I need to either like write it down or write it on there, like a little note that I would just remember.
Okay.
Because there's some things on there and I'm like, why did I put that on there?
Well, now we'll have it documented on the podcast. You could go rewatch the episode.
True.
See, what was I saying?
So everyone has to do a podcast.
Yes.
No, but I definitely think that there's something about like either writing down like a little notepad or something and putting why. Because like
I like that.
I do a lot of pictures and sometimes I don't remember like why I put, like one of the picture was like a family on a beach. And I know that was, I want to travel more with my family. It's like, I remember that. But then there was like random pictures of things. And I'm like, why did I put that on there? So maybe just keep like a little notepad or like a sticker in the back that says like,
Put a Post-it on it.
yeah, like a poster or something.
Or if you're doing a physical one, flip it over.
Yeah. And like right on the back.
Yeah.
Yes. There definitely has to be something. But I also think it's fun to look like when you create your new one, if you've done one before, look at that one and like see what you accomplished, what you didn't accomplish, because that's okay too. And it kind of inspires you to get to the new one too.
I can't wait for that. Okay, so we'll be on that next episode.
Yes.
That's our homework.
Okay. Homework is to create our vision board.
Yes, with notes.
Perfect.
With notes.
Well, I'm so excited about this episode.
Yes, me too.
2025. It's going to be such a fantastic year. I'm excited.
Yes, me too. See you guys.
See you guys soon.
Soon.
Cheers.
Bye.